that the way it was looking when it first started. Yo, the sun was out, man. I was really like, it was really feeling good. Look at her with her little hips and thighs, all this stuff going on. Hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. 10 likes. Can we get 10 likes? You know, please, please. Hey, yo, this white girl that I be watching on the streaming app. Like, I'm messing her up in the head too much, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking to her. Hit the like button though. Goal on this live is 10 likes. She be smoking meth every day, all day, and I be trolling her, right? I got a screen recorded too. It's in this phone. You know, like, and one day she ain't had no money and she ain't had no dope, and she was fiending. And I swear to God, bro, like some dude came in and gave her some money before, and she just sat there and said please for like over 5 minutes. I swear to God, bro, it remind me of like you don't really like see it. Crackheads do that in the crack house. They'll just like stare at you while you smoking. You know what I'm saying? So like you can't enjoy your high unless you get them something. But like when she just was like, please, oh and why, please, 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 you don't love me. And then she folded her arms. Oh man, bro, it was hilarious, bro. I told her she was tweaking. No, I told her she was cracked out. And she started laughing. But she always try to like diss me for drinking, you know. But she smoked meth all day, every day. Like you about to go to prison, man. You already fighting the case. You know what I'm saying? You fighting the case, bro. You got caught with possession under a gram. Still, it's like I don't know if it's a serious charge in Texas or not. But you currently still using, so like you using in your house every day, all day. Maintaining the drug house, and then on top of the possession and the paraphernalia. And I mean, if they found out about your uh, social media, the local police, then you got to worry about indecent exposure charges, maybe like some soliciting charges. Hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. Spidey fanboy, what's up, fanboy? Can you be my fanboy? I need some more fanboys, man. It hit different when I used to have like I don't want to call nobody like no fanboy. You know what I'm saying? But I had like a lot of people that was like rooting for me. You know what I'm saying? Travis Gotti boxing. Travis Gotti boxing. I look, bro. I mean, like, yo, my buzz was so hot. I'm not like one of them type of ninjas that always be talking about. Thank you, Spidey fanboy. I appreciate that, bro. You know, I might even pay you. You know what I'm saying, to be my fanboy nowadays. It might even be worth some money. I might even give you a job. But yeah, look, I mean, my buzz was so strong back in the day when I started my first boxing channel that like I had people shouting me out at concerts. Like somebody's like doing a show live, and then they start recording their phone. They like you can see the crowd. I still got the videos. Like shout out to Travis Gotti boxing. Travis Gotti boxing. You know, I mean, I had people like at the club with a female shout out to Travis Gotti boxing. He had her say it like say shout out to Travis Gotti boxing. Like say it again, Travis Gotti boxing. Like bro, uh, people in England, of course that because you got boxing fans all over the world. You know, like it's crazy, bro. I mean, I even had like a dude in Kuwait give me like $2,000. You feel me? I mean, he started with like I said, I'm guesstimating at 2,000, but it's like at least probably 1,000 to 1,500 is more accurate. You know, he started off with 400 though. What happened to my account then? The same thing that's happening to like all of these other accounts. This is like my sixth YouTube channel. It got deleted. Uh, YouTube changed their rules, man. Like that's how you know, like it was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how long this editing, this censorship phase of YouTube has been going on. I would think some years. Because I remember when I lost my channel in 2017. But yeah, YouTube changed their rules. Like my claim to fame was like profanity. You know, it was kind of trying to be like a shock jock. You know, and it worked. It worked. Hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. So I'll kill you over there. Those scars is from an accident. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't even come until like 6 months after the accident. I'll kill you up there. You know, Forever thugged out. It ain't nothing. Like honestly, the only reason that I got those tattoos is because I was in the army at the time, and I had just came back from Iraq slash Kuwait, and they moved me to a new company, and like my platoon sergeant was trying to straighten me out, and I couldn't tell him to stop playing with me, or something gonna happen to you. So I went and got it tattooed, you know, and I knew that he would see it because like we work out in the morning and like I could put on like a tank top or something and just walk around him and he's gonna see it. And he definitely saw it. And he definitely stopped playing with me. But they definitely still kicked me out. He stopped being on me so hard, but they still like kicked me out. Speaking the truth, they don't like. Yeah, it don't look yeah, it looked nice for a what 23-year-old tattoo. It looks wonderful, don't it? To be 23 years old. I mean, clearly I must have went to a shop. Except for like this over here, the FOR, like I kind of messed it up a little bit. You see how you can kind of see in the middle? Because I didn't know that I was supposed to leave the scab on. The scab like got ink in it, and I got it filled in, so it was like a thick scab over each letter. And I started picking it off, when I left, and I wasn't supposed to do that. I've been thinking about getting like some face tats or some neck tats, but somebody told me not to get face tats because I'm already black. I already got a face tat. Damn, she got a fat ass, man. She thick, bro, and she walk like she thick too. She knew I was looking at her ass. She didn't want me to look at her ass. That's why she was looking at me when I was looking at her, because I could see that she concealing some evidence just by like the front. Hit the like button. Go on this live at 10 likes. Pirates look awesome. What you mean pirates? Uh, Go approach her. Nah, hell no. She's walking with another woman. I don't approach people nowadays. I don't approach people. Hell no. This ain't 1995. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even 2005. Do you people really like still approach people nowadays? Because I mean, once it's people get uncomfortable and feel threatened when strangers approach them trying to engage with them nowadays. Thanks to the internet, nobody has to engage with like strangers no more that they don't really like choose to engage with. You know, the internet came out like people they date from people like within their network or they'll meet someone online. I mean, from time to time, you might kind of run into somebody by coincidence, be able to like start a conversation with them or something like that, and you might be able to go somewhere with it. But like for the most part, and it's a lot of white people in the city. It's a white city for the most part. I don't be in the hood. I don't live in the hood, and I don't hang around the hood. But yeah, for the most part, like that just don't happen, bro. People get uncomfortable. It's weird. Before we had the internet and these cell phones, Like we had to engage with each other. Everybody was walking around like this. You know what I'm saying? But now that we got these phones, everybody's walking around like this. You know what I'm saying? Can't even see what's in front of you. I mean, that's like about almost worse than like being high and not being able to see the enemy, bro. Cause like a lot of people be high and they can defend themselves because they can see it coming. They just impaired. But like, man, staring down at this phone, man, there's had to been so many lives done been lost from staring at the phone. God, you know. And then we so caught up with what's going on in our phone because we can like, you can hook up with chicks on the phone. You can get drugs from the phone. Like you can make money on the phone. So like, why would you need to be like meeting people in real life? That don't I mean the internet is real life, but still like in person, you know, like it almost feel like you can control the outcome if you meet them online because you can kind of like, you know, you know, like kind of evaluate them with a fine tooth comb to see how they is, what type of person they is, you know, and like in real life, you starting from scratch. So like if I approach a woman like a woman like right on the street, like right now, she's not able to like see what type of person that I am just by like observing me or my friend, uh, my friends and shit. What's the word? My friend circle is what I was trying to think of. Yeah, she won't be able to like just size me up prior to like engaging with me and invite her into my life. Can we be friends, bro? What do you say? No, we can't. We can't. We can't be friends. I don't got no friends. I don't feel uncomfortable you asking me to be your friend. You could be like, we could be friends on here. Like everybody that watch my channel is my friend. But like, I don't really consider if somebody asks me like, can we be friends? It's weird. That's almost like asking me, can I be your boyfriend? You know? You already named yourself Spidey fanboy. Yeah, yeah. We gotta be careful. We on the internet, man. You could be 15 years old behind that Spider-Man profile. You know, asking me, can I be your friend? Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta put yourself in the other person's shoes. I'm not looking at you. I don't know how old you are. I mean, I don't know what type of person you are. Are you a boxing fan? Hey, guess what? I got a Spider-Man game. But if you a kid, I ain't gonna play it with you. So we gotta like the same thing. My English is quite weak. Hmm. Yeah, well, that's cool. You understand me pretty well, it seems. But yeah, that's the only other game that I got for my PS5 that I just bought. I bought Spider-Man. Oh yeah, and Spider-Man 2 and Undisputed. We were supposed to talk about boxing, but nobody from that I know am I familiar with like came up in here. You 21? That's what's up. I'm double that. Want to know how old I am? Double that. Double that. You heard me? I'm 42. I've been on. I've been alive for 30 years. I've been watching my back for 30 years. Cause when you look like this and you a dude, you a target. You a target for the cops and you a target for the ops. Cause you know what? Hey, if they rob me, that ain't gonna make the news. The cops ain't gonna investigate it. They ain't gonna offer a reward. If they rob a 21-year-old white boy at gunpoint by the river, oh, broad daylight. Oh my God, man! Headline news. You know, seeking information, call 1-800 Silent Observer with tips. I'm married, but like I've been separated for like 16 years. She just ain't dead yet. You know, she just ain't died yet. We supposed to talk about boxing. I'm running a boxing channel. I don't really want to turn into one of those YouTube channels that like you like their content, but when they go live, they ain't really talking about nothing. So it's like, why would I go and watch his live? He ain't gonna be talking about shit, you know? Cause I watch channels like that, sometimes. But sometimes you could build a following with like people that like to come around and hang out, and just talk up, act like they just chilling. You know? OMG, what was that? Missile launcher. What you talking about? Missile launcher. What? Don't start acting like a weirdo in front of me. Oh, this? What you looking at? I aimed at the river. That's my scooter. He said a missile launcher. Oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I've been riding scooters for like 13 years. I forgot that you just met me, so you would know that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is my normal. This is what I like to do. You see, like I take it serious. You see, like I paid $30 for these right here, just for decorations, not even to protect my hands, but it still can do some damage to a motherfucker. Hey, and look, check it out. I spent $17 on that. I spent $25 on that. That's a alarm. See, you feel me? And it can work as a horn too. See, like, hold on. That's a warning right there. And then if I keep on going, it's gonna go off. And I spent $17 on that. That's the horn that I use because it came with a ding dong bell. So, and this is what it looked like. That's the alarm right there. See what I'm saying? So like even all of these accessories and the scooter was like 450. You know. So yeah, I mean I'm kind of passionate about it. Like I mean all of these. I mean my license is revoked here in Michigan where I live at, but I could have always bought a car. They don't take people to jail for driving without a license no more here. They'll just pull you over. If they pull you over and they see you ain't got no license, then they'll give you a ticket and not let you drive home. You got to call somebody to drive your car home. But they don't really take you to jail no more, unless you was doing something else illegal. You know, that's different. So I could have always bought a car or even an e-bike or a moped, you know, or whatever else type of mobility vehicles they got. But like, I enjoy them. I got two of them. The other one broke down recently. Got a flat. This one was broke down too. This shock right here broke. That's a new shock. So you see, like right here, and that screw was stuck because I be riding it all winter. So it like got rusted out, and like nobody didn't really want to help me get it off, and I didn't really have the tools because they don't really got scooter shop. So I took it to this shop from a guy that know my mom, and he had it was a car shop. He had a torch, a big torch, like industrial torch that was connected to like how the air pumps be connected to those big wires and like it was like that, and he just burnt it off. Yeah, yeah, just me. No animals, No rodents, no wife, girlfriend, friends, just me. You know? Yeah. I don't know, like it's kind of addictive. You know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna say, like, I don't know if I like living alone by myself or not. Because like for most of my life, I say like 80% of my adult life, I was in like relationships. Well, I can't really say that because I've been single for years now. But I say like most of my adult life, I was in relationships, and if I was single, I was trying to hook up with somebody, you know. And I'd be like, sometimes I'd be wishing that I had somebody there. But living alone is addictive, man. Why? Yo, whenever I need to take a shit, there is never gonna be anybody in there taking a piss or a shit, using the bathroom. Whenever I gotta take a piss, there's never nobody in the bathroom ever. 100% of the time, like when I'm sitting in my living room and I'm on live like this talking to y'all, I don't have another human being walking past me to go use the bathroom. I know that they can't. Ain't nobody else gonna be able to hear me, so I can kind of freely like be me and express myself and talk into my phone like how I want to, what I like to do now, and even if like she's not really bothering me, she let me kind of do me, like it don't even really matter because she's there. I know that another person can hear me, so I'm gonna kind of like watch what I say, like watch how I act, because there's another person there. But if it was just me and the internet, man, I might do like some wild shit, some embarrassing shit. It don't matter. Y'all ain't gonna be able to tell like my cousins or my mom or my aunts and uncles like what I did on the internet. Feel you from the string how much pain you are hiding inside your heart. Man, what you trying to be like a counselor or something? Pain. Don't we all got some pain? Don't we all live with pain? I mean, look, well, probably I could say a lot, but I'm not in pain. You know what I'm saying? A lot, but I don't feel pain no more. You see, like if if something or even life, if something hurts you enough, you don't feel nothing. See what I'm saying? Like if you like slam your finger in the door, right? You go, that shit gonna hurt. You like, ah! They looking at me crazy. You see what I'm saying? If you slam your finger in the door, it's gonna hurt, right? Now, if you get shot, like it goes numb sometimes. Not all the time, but I remember like I know people that done got shot and they didn't feel nothing. Got shot in his leg and didn't know that he was shot. He just knew that he fell. You know what I'm saying? Even like I done seen people get stabbed and not even know that they was stabbed with a big knife. See, like I done been through so much stuff in my life to the point where like can't nobody hurt me and I'm not in pain. I'm not depressed. I'm not sad. I'm not mad. It's just like everybody just leave me alone and keep your distance. And I'll leave you alone and keep your distance. Besides the internet, you fear from attachment. Fear? I mean, I don't know about all that. I'm not in fear, but I am scared of everybody now. But I don't live my life in fear. I don't really trust people, but I'm not afraid, and I'm not in pain, and I'm not sad. I just don't care about people no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that might be hard to understand being a 21-year-old man, because you haven't really like you've only been an adult for 3 years, so you don't know what it's like. You just started living, you know, but after so many years and dealing with so many people's BS, you just be like, fuck people. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. As long as they ain't bothering me, you know, I don't care. I'm good. You know. Only thing that I want to do is just better myself, work on bettering myself, and that's the reason that I'm here right now. I didn't really come here to talk about boxing. Really, I just came here to. I really came here to this by the water, so I can get me some sun and some fresh air because I'm always in the house. You know, like I have to put an effort forward towards working on my mental health because I don't have to go to work every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I get a check, you know, from Donald Trump. I get a check from the government. I live off the government. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to go to work. So that means that I don't have to engage with people. You know, you forced to interact with other humans because if you got a job and I really don't talk to none of my family either. What's the best advice you would like to give me, buddy, from your life? Don't hook up with nobody that you met online. Now you told me to approach that girl. Do it that way. Don't get on the internet and find these dating sites. Go trying to hook up with nobody that you met on damn plenty of fish. You know, like if you want to hook up, you want to meet some people, go outside and try to hook up with the right people, the right girl or boy, whatever you like. But don't just take any chick because she got a pussy and you can fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there is gonna traumatize you in the future. Right now, you don't wouldn't care. You like, hey, I'm gonna fuck this bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? But after dealing with so many women, that's my problem. That was my problem. I used to take whatever I can get, and a lot of times the dirt bags be the easiest ones that you can get. Like, hey man, you see this little dirty homeless chick right here? You can offer her some alcohol and some weed. You know, maybe some food. I mean, I know she gonna take these chicken nuggets, this cheeseburger, and this beer and this weed, and I'm gonna hump on her. Just listen to the personality, right? Nah. I mean, everybody got their own personality. I mean, and we all unique in our own ways. What I'm saying is don't go if you hooking up with homeless chicks, basically. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you see some chick standing in front of the homeless shelter and you know that she desperate and then you ain't had none in a long time and get to thinking hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna pick her up and take her home so I can hump on her. Don't do it. You know. Yeah, I mean there's there's great women with great bodies. There's bad women with great bodies. You know what I'm saying? Uh but you can't just assume that just because a woman has a nice body that she's a bad person. See, that's what you would get caught up in if you're thinking oh yeah, it's the personality, not the body. You know, that's easy to get that confused. You know, because a lot of beautiful women be bad, shitty people. They be rude or whatever. You know, but you be missing out because some of them are good people. They listen to you, treat you right, and they make you feel proud of yourself that you got them when you go in public. But if you only aim for unattractive women because you think it's the personality that counts and not their body, so then you lower your standards. You know what I'm saying? When you really could have got something better, but you settle for less because you thinking she got a bad personality because she pretty or she got a nice body. But yeah, well, I'm just saying. Look, my only advice to you is just don't date online. That's it. Other than that, you know, uh, you know, hook up with anybody, man. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And don't be trying to like and hook up with these homeless shit. I got caught up in that, man. That's addictive too. Yeah, cause look, it's a lot of bad people out here, man, and you don't want to like end up like some of these people that I know, you know. But other than that, yeah, man, you'll run into somebody. As long as you go outside at the mall, at Walmart, especially you young in your early 20s, yeah, you know, groceries, the dollar store, Walmart, yeah, the club, the bar. It's a lot of good people that's at the club and the bar. They just go on the weekends when they don't got to work. You know, some people be like, "Yeah, you ain't gonna find a housewife at the club," but that's not true. You know, and actually, you know, like the people that you see at the bar and the club and stuff like that, these different places, that be the people that got jobs. They value their weekend because they got to work all week, Monday through Friday. So like on Friday night, Saturday night, they really want to make the best of their time because they're not gonna be able to do nothing like during the week for another like Sunday they rest and then like another 5 days of slavery. You know, yeah, you'll meet somebody, man. That's my advice. And you didn't really ask me for dating advice. You just asked me for any advice, and I'm telling you that because like you know that's important. You know, you mess around and end up in a very, very bad situation dating online. And if you even just pay attention to statistics and numbers, like you'll realize that like online dating, you have a high chance of like dating violence. You know what I'm saying? He put the hey, thanks for the new sub. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through. Normally I try to talk about boxing, but I really kind of want to build my following back up, but I'm not really like I don't know, man. I kind of just now that they got live streaming, I just do want to go live and talk about boxing, but people don't got time to like tune into your live. I mean, people might come and watch it when they got time, but like people at work, doing whatever they do. So, you know, but I'm saying all of that to say, like, I make boxing content, but I'm trying not to go live as much. You know, it was really nice talking to you. You gotta go. All right, nice talking to you too. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you. I'm gonna stay out here for at least an hour. And we at the 33-minute mark, and it's kind of crazy, man, because I got like frozen stuff, but I'm gonna throw it right back in the freezer, especially, you know. But just getting me some sun, some air, you know. I had to go get me some blacks anyways, so I figured I'm gonna come get me some sun. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I had a tooth crack in the back of my mouth. Like it's about like 3 or 4 years now. I already had my wisdom teeth pulled out, but it was like one of them back tooth, like right back there. The next one, it's another big one. I had to get it pulled out because it got cracked somehow. You know, when date online, OMG, what was that? Can you show it again? I didn't show it. I didn't show nothing. But what I'm saying is like, uh, I got that tooth pulled out, and like my tongue be like it be rubbing against my tongue, side of my tongue, be rubbing against like that next tooth, like, and it kind of hurt. I'm wondering what I could do about that, so it can get better. Cause I mean, I gotta talk, right? I mean, yeah. we kind of interactive beings. We really kind of have a desire, a need to talk. Especially, I couldn't tell the story like what I need without talking to him. But yeah, that shit hurt, man. Side of my tongue, like, right there. But yeah, uh, we at the 35-minute mark. We ain't talked about nothing related to boxing. Feel me? Cause I had a Spidey fanboy come through. I don't know if he's still here. I saw the view count go down, but Keyshawn Davis will make weight. You know, he'll make weight. He was only off by like uh what they say, point one. So what's that? Like a ounce? You know what I'm saying? 16 ounces in a pound though, right? So but I think that what they was going by is like point one, point two. So like if he was just slightly uh under 141, they would have said 140.9. See what I'm saying? So he's probably like a little over an ounce overweight, which isn't really much, but I mean, come on, man. I mean, he was started off like point two over, so that's probably like 2 or 3 ounces. That's not really nothing, bro. Like, I don't know. Willing to bet like this right here weigh like 2 ounces, you know. But so and then he took his drawers off, and then he was like 140.1. But like, come on, man, give yourself some wiggle room, bro. I mean, at least try to like be a half a pound under the weight. Like you just moved up, bro. Was it like just even like it's barely been a year and you lost your belt at 135 for the same shit? You was it was way over then. We supposed to weigh in at 145, and dude came in 4.3 pounds overweight. Like, man, you about at junior welterweight. I would have pulled out the fight too. You know, I mean, he trying to compare like you in a whole nother weight class. We fighting at 135. The next weight class is at 140, and you come in 139.3. Like what? Man, you tripping? Hell no. Hell no. Unless he would have took like a hell of a pay cut. You know what I'm saying? I need like 20% of his purse, and I would do it. You know, on the set, I'd do it. Like if I was in that position, and like dude try to like, I need like 20%, and I would do it. I fight you. You know, you want to come in at a whole nother weight class, junior welterweight, and I'm at lightweight. I'll do it though, but you got to pay me. And I bet Keyshawn didn't want to come up off of none of that money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that's what it come down to. Because, you know, I mean, you could even offer 30, 40%. Like, if you really want to make the fight, I mean, hey, 60, 70%, that ain't as good as 100% of your purse, but it's a hell of a lot better than 0%. You know, you already got an advantage because you bigger than me and you overweight, or you might not even want it to drain yourself, so you can come into the fight the next day fresh, strong, and knock me out, and then now I got to sit there or just bully me because you a whole nother in a whole nother weight class that we really shouldn't even be fighting. So now you finna bully me around and embarrass me and make me look bad on TV. and then I gotta run around crying about like, you being overweight for the rest of my career because I really was that thirsty to take that 20%. But I still would take it now, but like you gotta make it make sense. And I bet you, I'm willing to bet you like Keyshawn didn't want to pay the money. It's like it ain't no way you done had a full training camp. Like you gonna just walk away with no money too? Come on, man. Hey, but you know what? Yeah, cause that's too like last minute too. They canceled the whole card. It's crazy work back then. Yeah, cause like you can't even really hit up you a junior welterweight. I don't know, man. Yeah, how you gonna sell a show? I would have if I was a promoter, I would have found somebody else for him to fight. Dude, my fighter's overweight. His opponent don't want to fight. Uh, I would have found somebody else at the last minute. Show must move on, you know. But it's crazy, man. I think they fighting in like Norfolk or something, his hometown again too. You know, so it's crazy that he did this again. You know, like you only been at 140 for a year, bro. I mean, he ain't even been having fights. Or I think he had like one fight since then at heavy. I don't know. Oh yeah. Jermaine Franklin, one fight at 140, and now you missing the weight at 140. Come on, bro. Yeah, that is unprofessional. Like Albright said. But hey, I'm excited about boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead and sign this contract with Eddie Hearn. It's almost like signing a lease, you know, for this ultimate DAZN bundle. I mean, it's about getting to the point like where I mean, I don't like it, but it's a lot of boxing that come on DAZN. A lot, and then a lot of the big fights, championship fights, is pay per view now. All of them, damn near. You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign this contract. You got to sign for a year. It's $50 a month for a year. But as soon as I sign it, I'm gonna cancel it because then they be about ready to like automatically like renew you, or they might even got a clause in the contract saying that you got to give us a year warning. You know what I'm saying? Let us know a year in advance prior to canceling the contract. And if you didn't tell them if you try to cancel at the last minute, then they're gonna keep charging your card for the next year. Because you still liable to pay for up to a year after you cancel. So you got to remember that with the zone. They played me like that with the monthly. I paid for a month because it was a fight that I wanted to see, and then like I looked at the schedule for the next month, and I realized there ain't really no boxing coming on that I really want to see. So why would I give you another $30 for another 30 days when it ain't even no fights coming on that I want to see? So I tried to cancel it, you know, and just save that money. But Eddie Hearn, he wanted his money, and he charged me again another 30 because they say you got to give them a 30-day notice before you cancel, and if you don't, then like they gonna charge you. They don't tell you that before you pay. They just tell you that like after you cancel, and it's really and then it kind of fall on you because you didn't read the terms and conditions. Fine line. But $50 a month, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like at least one pay per view a month. Sometimes two, multiple. I guess it's worth it. I just don't like having bills, you know, because that's really what it is. It's like a bill. But at the end of the day, I still was buying pay per view. You know, ain't that a bill? Ain't that 79.99 David Benavidez was that a bill? Ain't the Lamont Roach versus Eastside Cruz, whatever that cost, $70, wasn't that a bill? Hey, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, 79.99, wasn't that a bill? you know, who else? Who else? Devin. Who Devin fought? Well, hey, Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. 79.99. Wasn't that a bill? Yeah, I paid it the day of that the fight happened, but it's still Ryan Garcia versus what's his name? Mario Barrios. That was at 69.99, 79.99. Wasn't that a bill? So had I had I did this before, I would have only been, and they went up too because it was only 44, like 44.99 or something like that each month for a year for pay-per-views included. So had I did it then, I wouldn't be paying like, you know, $50 a month. I would have been only on the 45 plan, you know. But here I am, dumb, deaf, and retarded, paying $30 a month and paying $80 for the pay-per-views because I didn't want to sign no contract. So in reality, what, 30 plus 80, what, 110? I really was paying when I could have been paying 50, 45. They forcing me into this contract. I don't want to sign the contract, but I'm going to sign the contract. I'm going to just sign the contract. The only contract I want to sign is like the lease renewal for my place. That's the only contract I'm begging for, you know, that I'll honor. I don't even really honor that. I still be doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing, you know? But yeah, so we're gonna have to go ahead and do that. But because that's the only plans that they got. Like I don't want to be stuck on Fire Stick trying to find links and streams, and I might not be able to like find nothing to stream it. I might find it, you know. I don't know. I really want to see this card tomorrow. You know, like Keyshawn Davis versus Albright. Got Brian Norman Jr. He fighting a bomb, and that Oshaki fight is gonna be good too. I forgot the dude name that he fighting, but dude is kind of like a smart aleck. He's young and they kind of like I just see the tension that they got when they be talking, they going back and forth, they arguing like that's gonna be a good fight because they both like passionate about it and like they both want to win and believe that they can win. You know that really should have been a co-main event, not not Brian Norman Jr. versus a bum. You know I know he's a bigger name, but he ain't even got no belt no more. Like Oshaki is a champion, but you know how that go, man. Got to sell the event, right? So you sell the event with a bigger name. You gonna have a championship fight, and then you gonna have a non-title fight, and then in the main event you gonna have a uh, that ain't no title fight either. None of that. I think Keyshawn ain't got no belt. Hmm. Yeah, well, Shaq, the only one fighting with a belt. But it's some good fights though. It's some good fights on that card. I forgot Keyshawn and Albright didn't have no belts. They ain't had no belts on the line. He must be selling good tickets down there in Norfolk, wherever he from. Cause I need a lighter. I would have been fired up. And I don't be taking my vapes out the house with me. And now I wish I had it. Be pulling off in a minute. The white girl legs be looking good. And women got a way of walking that like just looks sexy as hell. You know, like you can tell like it's a woman walking like from the back, even if like it's two people that got like jeans on. You know, like you can tell. Mhm. But yeah, man, there might be some more fights on that card. We're gonna be watching boxing all day though. You hear me? Kind of hungry, man. Hey, man, say, man. But you know what? I'm trying to lose some weight, so I'm about to buy like some drugs. I'm about to buy some steroids. I'm about to buy some PEDs. You know why? Because I ain't doing this shit on my own. You know, I ain't got to take the test. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to go. I'm gonna go get me some good PEDs. As soon as I do my homework on like, I mean, I done spent a lot of money this month, man. Like, you know, I'm really kind of like doing too much, but yeah, I got to do certain things, man. Health is wealth, anyways. You know, you don't spend the money anyways. You would have spent it on beer, and liquor, even if you had been spending money. You spent a lot of money. You know, you'd have still spent it on beer and liquor, and all the way into the point you ain't had nothing to spend, and then be borrowing money. So why not buy some steroids? Hey, Spidey fanboy. Hey, can you get my steroids? Shout out to Ryan Garcia. If you ain't making money, you spending money. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I ain't ever making money. Well, I get a monthly check, but you're right about that though, because you know think about it. Whenever you leave the house, like you either like leaving the house, go to work to make money, or you leaving the house to spend some money. You go spend some money, you leaving the house. I mean, even if you just go for a drive, I mean, eventually you're gonna run out of gas. You're gonna need gas. But no, I kind of like overspent slightly. You know, I got a flat in my other scooter, so I had to buy like tires, some inner tubes. Like I did get my tax money though, you know, but it was only like $500, you know. So I turned around and like bought a PS4, I mean PS5, and a couple games for 400, and then I turned right back around and bought like a $300 4K TV like the next day or that same day, you know. So you got 100 for the tire, the tender tools. It was like 62. Let's just say 100. You know, and you got 300 for the TV. That's 400. Uh, then another 400 for the PS5. That's 800. Not to mention like fast food. I'm about to spend another 50. Like I'm about to give Eddie Hearn $50 as soon as I sign this contract. That's gonna be 850. That's all this week, you know. And I done ate like McDonald's, Taco Bell, you know, Popeyes. So that's 900. Yeah. But hey, it is what it is. We still ain't broke though, you know what I'm saying? We still got like a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? If you know about that, man. We still got a couple dollars. Yeah, do that. Homeless people might see you. They like some hawks. They just like in LA on Skid Row. You man, you can't pull out no money. Don't ever pull out no money on Skid Row. I swear to God, like somebody is way down the street, go see it automatically, and now they plotting on you. But you don't know that somebody saw you, and you definitely don't know that somebody is now targeting you because they know that you got cash on you. You know, it's crazy, bro. I'm telling you. Or they gonna come around begging. Most likely they gonna come around begging. You know, but you gotta watch out for the other. Hey, if it's like 19 out of 20 people that's gonna be begging, you still gotta watch out for that one out of 20 that's coming trying to take something. Cause that ain't gonna feel good. That ain't gonna be good. Have a blicky in your face. So we still ain't broke. Still got money in the bank too. You heard me? But yeah, I had an expensive week today. I mean this week, you know. But hey, I got a 4K TV and got kicked off of YouTube. What? Who got kicked off of YouTube? What you talking about? But I got a 4K TV and I got a PS5. You know, so that's what's up. That's what's really good, Playboy. You know, and I'm glad. I'm so glad. And now, and guess what? And what? What is your point? What are you talking about? Motherfuckers got kicked off YouTube, linked, got linked off YouTube. Get the fuck out of my face. Fuck out my face. 5 minutes. That's a hard warning. That's a serious warning right there. It could have been like 1 minute. You feel me? But fuck on slime. Come back tomorrow. Deal with your gay bullshit, weird ass bullshit today. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to deal with your weirdness, weirdo. I'm not obligated to it. I don't have I don't have to accept any kind of treatment. I don't. I mean, I used to think it was funny when you come around Lick Squad, you know. But ain't you the one that was posting videos of me on your page, and then you posted something that I didn't like with a title that I didn't like, and I asked you to take it down and you refused? Wasn't that you? So then I stopped liking you. So now I don't give a fuck about you. Thanks for study, like, you know, coming back, always coming back, keeping me company, you know. But if you can't respect, if you can't respect me, then I don't give a fuck about you. And why should I? Do you give a fuck about people that don't respect you? And you can say I respect you, but like if you respected me, you would have took that video down that I asked you to take down, but you didn't do it. So I had to file reports, you know, and then like you take it down, but then now you upload another video, You know what I'm saying? Then I got to keep filing reports. So like, fuck you, man. Go die somewhere. You know? Come around me playing. Say, what's up, Travis? How you doing today? Start off like that. Don't come in here playing with me. Because we ain't friendly no more. You disrespectful. And I don't give a fuck if you live or die now at this point. Because you caused me to have stress. You caused me to have to become a snitch on YouTube to get your video down. Or you spread a false narrative. So if you was dead, I wouldn't have had to file that report and I wouldn't have had to become a snitch. You know, you made me become a snitch. And I don't appreciate that because that goes against my values and my moral code. But what else can you do to some faggot on the internet screen recording you and posting it on their page and making up false narratives and lies? Lies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta snitch on them. So, but if you was dead, I wouldn't have had to snitch on you. That would have never been posted. Therefore, I'd be better off if you was dead. You know, you can just like erase like everything, like all of your memories with a person just by like one action. Even two or three, man, even worse. Five, man, even worse. And you could be knowing somebody for like 5, 10 years. Y'all see each other like a few times a month. Y'all cool, y'all hang out, da, 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 you know. But then, like, you get drunk and you saw his girl at the club by herself. You'd have fucked his girl. Or you might even just said some fucked up shit. Could even said something. You know, just get so drunk. And where you done told your boy like, yo, man, hey, yo, man, I respect you, bro. Like, yo, you been with your girl for like 10 years, bro. Like, man, yeah, man, she look good as hell too, bro. Man, I wish I had a girl look like that, man. She got a body too, man. Man, hell yeah, I wish I had me a girl looking like your girl, man. With a body like that, man. She got a booty and titties, man. Like that, she look fine as hell. And you could just delete everything that happened before that. You know what I'm saying? And now that person don't want nothing to do with you ever again because you done crossed the line. And now I can't really be around you, especially if I got my girl there, thinking you're gonna be looking at my girl. You got all these type of thoughts about my girl. You shouldn't even be looking at her like that. You shouldn't even notice that she had a fat ass. Even if you did, you shouldn't have been like bold enough to say it to me. See what I'm saying? What I'm saying all that to say like, yeah, man, like you know, just like certain actions that cause a person to look at you to not look at you the same for the rest of your life, you know. And if those was your actions, you can't really be mad, man. You can't be mad at somebody like how they respond to your abuse, to your attacks, you know. Look, you think it's gonna bring me back to life? If I get mad and I punch somebody and then they pull out a gun and shoot me in the head, you think I can like come back to life and be like, oh man, you know that was wrong, bro. I only hit you. I didn't shoot you. I didn't pull out a gun. I can't gauge how you gonna respond. I can't like control how you gonna respond when I done did you wrong. That's on me. Keep your hands to yourself. You do some disrespectful shit. At least I'm just letting you still come around for now, you know. But you do some disrespectful shit. I mean, shit. Fuck you. You just a troll to me now. And I block trolls with a heartbeat. I sit here and talk to myself. Man, it was like, say, look, we've been on live for like 65 minutes. I say probably like 15 of those minutes out of the 65, they said zero viewers. I shouldn't say that. Probably like 10, 5, 10 minutes, but sometimes it'd be like zero viewers. I still be talking about boxing, life, whatever I want to talk about, you know? And somebody would go back and watch it. So I wasn't talking to myself, but if they don't, I don't care. But I definitely don't need like I ain't that lonely where I'm sit here and hang out with people that's gonna do disrespectful shit that don't respect me. Fuck you and your mama, bitch. Shit. How I feel. Cause you the reason that I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do you wrong. You did me wrong. So fuck you, bitch, in the ass with my dick. And then suck it after that. You know what I'm saying? With shit on it until I nut. Hey, that's how I feel. My psychiatrist told me to express how I'm feeling, and that's exactly what I'm doing. If it's up, it's stuck. If it's up, it's stuck. Yeah. Yo, I think my brain is coming back, bro. And that's a blessing from God, bro. Well, no matter what you believe, or that's a blessing from the universe. Whatever you want to call God. Like, y'all don't know what I've be going through, bro. Like, see, I know a little bit, but y'all don't know everything. Like, a lot of people got shit going on, and they not gonna tell you, because like, don't nobody want to hear about your problems. You know what I'm saying? We got our own problems, and definitely don't nobody want to be around somebody that's gonna be sitting up crying and bitching and moaning, complaining about their health or their life or what's going on, like relationship is fucked up, my job fucked up, I'm broke, I'm homeless. Like, nobody want to be nobody around nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, like, I drank alcohol for so many years. You know what I'm saying? And I already got like my liver is seen better days. I say that. Uh, Probably got like some kind of like minimal cirrhosis. They said I only had a fatty liver, but you know, but my liver damage has gotten so bad to the point where like it's not performing how it used to. You see what I'm saying? Uh, like food don't digest as fast, and I guess it's like you know, uh, your liver like filters your blood, filters like toxins from food and stuff like that out of your blood and your digestive system or whatever. But when your liver starts shutting down, you know, uh it don't perform like that no more. So, like that ammonia and that toxins be still like in your body that your liver would have normally like filtered out. Your filter is dirty. Your filter ain't working. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you got these toxins in your blood, your body, and they eventually go to your brain, and then you start getting confused. You know what I'm saying? And it's called hepatic encephalopathy or some shit. I don't know what it is, but I have to do a lot of like research and like I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with me. Like, you know, can somebody say something to me, and like I heard you. I'm looking right at you, but I don't even know what you said. You know what I'm saying? And my mom noticed it when it first started happening. You know, like my mom noticed it. And as you know, she she not thinking nothing about it at the time. You know what I'm saying? So she like, yeah, is you deaf? Is something wrong with your ears or something? You know? But then eventually, like after a while, she probably did a Google search to see like, cause doctor told her I got a fatty liver, blah, blah, blah. You know? And then even like that kind of like comes and goes, but then it's like, you part of that, you know, within that liver damage and it's not working properly and your brain being affected, like you kind of be like not really aware of your surroundings, where you going, how you got there, where you been. You know what I'm saying? Like even you might forget certain people, forget certain things. Like what else? What I was doing? Uh, what else happened? All kind of shit. But with me quitting the alcohol, it's probably been like 2 or 3 weeks. I ain't drank since the David Benavidez fight, and now my brain is starting to clear up because it was something that was bothering me now, and that's kind of how I know that I'm back because I don't even really remember that. But I did notice that like when I smoke weed, I'm like way more zoned out than I normally would have been, and it was something else, but I can't really remember. Uh, but yeah, I feel like I got my brain back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel good about it. I mean, I really feel like I got my brain back. Like today, like right now, talking on this right here to y'all, because I like my reactions to certain things. I'm more animated with some shit that I'm saying. I could think clearly, like, you know what I'm saying, without like any mental fog and trying to like figure out what I want to say or how I want to say it. Oh, this is another thing. Yeah. Like I noticed, like, whenever I smoke weed, I wasn't able to, I was slurring my words. That's what was happening. You know, I see, like, me not being able to remember that, I even went to the hospital over it. I got like appointment over it too. They for the scan. I got a CT scan. They about to do an MRI scan. I'm taking this shit very serious. You know what I'm saying? But really, at the end of the day, all I really need to do is quit alcohol. And you're gonna have to go to the hospital, get a CT, to like eliminate the risk of the chance of a stroke happening. You would have to go do the MRI, because your brain would be straight because you ain't on that shit. I mean, it's like it's really kind of like common sense, but like you know, we really kind of get used to doing things a certain way, and we expecting a certain outcome. And so, like when this is new. Like I'm not used to I'm not used to like being confused because of alcohol when I'm not on alcohol. See what I'm saying? I'm not used to that. And I'm definitely like not used to slurring my words, you know, at any point in time. I mean, if you drunk, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you can, yeah, like that. But I mean, like not being able to control my tongue fully, you know? And like, and what really like made me catch it, cause like I smoked some weed, right? And I can't say weed no matter. I know what I want to say, and I know how to say it, but I can't say weed. It'll be pronounced like weed, not weed. 'Cause when you say weed, at the end of the weed, your tongue touches the roof of your mouth to give you the right. And I noticed like, when I smoke weed, like not only is my tongue being stuck to the roof of my mouth a lot of times, but now It's getting to the point where like I can't really control it, like to say what I want to say. And then even when I'm not high, sometimes I still ain't got full control of my tongue. And yeah, the drinking it get like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people die from drinking, man. That's what happens. That's like, man, this is the process. I'm telling you. You know, drink for over 20 years. Like your liver starts shutting down, and when your liver starts shutting down, it ain't doing its job, and now you got like fucking poison that your liver would have took care of. Your liver really like is the cleanup man. It get all of the bad shit out your body, the drugs, alcohol, like different little bacteria and shit from food, that you never really notice. You know, I mean, we eat dead animals, man, but your liver is like really do a really good job at keeping you alive and healthy. But like when it's not able to do that or even do it as well as it used to, hey, you realize certain things that you know your liver was doing that it ain't doing no more because you notice the change. Like, hey, wait a minute, it's taking too long for this food to go down. What's going on? Hmm, why am I throwing up so much? I used to be able to drink a beer. I used to be able to drink 4 beers. Why am I drinking, throwing up on 1 beer? You know, hey, why am I confused? Why am I dizzy and my vision is blurred? Why is my vision all of a sudden blurred? I even got an appointment to get some glasses. Hey, I got a man. Look, I got appointments for my arm. I broke my arm last month. It's just one of the bones right here. It's two bones connected, like two bones connected to your elbow, like that. You know what I'm saying? I broke this one right here, so it's still hanging on to that. But if I punch somebody, oh my god, bro, I can't punch nobody like with my left hand. It's just not gonna happen, bro. I'm gonna be like, boom, ah! You know what I'm saying? They finna beat the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? So I might even try it. But yeah, I got an appointment for my arm, my brain, and my eyes. Nathan told me I had high blood pressure at the hospital. They checked it 3 times. I checked it at my mom's house on Hertz, the little handheld thing, but yeah, it said I was good. But you know, I trust the hospital more than I trust her shit. You know. So yeah, you know, a lot of people got a lot of things going on in their life with their body and even in their life. Whether it's relationship, is work, your health, you know, friends. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff be going on, and they just don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? They might not tell you because everybody got their own stuff going on. But some people might care and they want to know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I know it's only one person in here right now. But like, uh, more people will go back and watch it. The people that really like kind of care about me a little bit or be concerned or be wondering how I be doing. And, they'll probably hear this and then see like, oh yeah, they'll probably like respect me for like sharing and they'll appreciate like knowing what's going on. I mean, even if a person die, like at least you kind of get prepared for it, right? It's not really about them dying. Like if they just die out of nowhere, out the blue, and it's like really hard to deal with. Like damn, that's messed up. Like KOD, this other guy used to come over here all the time. I mean, he had a stroke like a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, some shit like that. But then he seemed fine, and then boom, out of nowhere. So you know, people appreciate like you sharing your story because you never know, like Some other people might be dealing with the same thing, and they might not know what's wrong with them or what's going on or whatever, you know. This is what the internet is for anyway. I mean, if I made a video and I talked about like that, liver failure, hepatic encephalopathy, whatever the name of the stuff is that I was dealing with, you know. Hopefully it don't come back, but it say like, if your symptoms are mild and it come and go, like if you're able to recover, then you're likely to make a full recovery. You know what I'm saying? Because what I was describing to y'all, like the worst case scenario of that is like a person being alive, awake, and completely unaware of their surroundings. They can't respond to you. They can't look at you. They can't talk. They just staring. You know. I looked it up, man. I didn't did my homework, trying to see what the was wrong with me. But you know what the was wrong with me is I didn't want to put the alcohol down. But now, hey, look, I'm gonna have to take it serious, man, because it's like you ain't got no other choice. I don't want to put my mom through that personally. Like, that's like really like the biggest reason. Because like I mean, if you die, you ain't gonna even know you dead, so it don't even really matter, right? You know, and it's cool. We all die, but I don't want to like push my body to the point where like my brain done stop working, but I'm still alive for like 6 months, a year in a hospital, or 3 months to a 6 months hooked up to a machine, alive, but like brain dead. You know what I'm saying? And completely unaware, and having to put my mom through that. I'm seeing me like that. You know, and then eventually having to bury me. That's hard enough to bury a child, bury your son, but let alone if they was like brain dead for 6 months, you go and visit them and bring them some McDonald's and they can't even receive it from you. They can't even eat it. They don't even know you there and they can't even talk back to you. You know, I don't want to put my mom through that. So I ain't gonna drink no more. Probably ever again. That's how I feel. I know, when niggas get to feeling good, start getting healthy. You know what I'm saying? It'd be real easy to like, oh, I'm gonna have me some fun tonight. You know. So you never know about that, but like with me having like problems with my brain because I have problems with my liver, nah, nah, hell no. I don't want to play with that. I play with my liver, but I ain't playing with my brain. Fuck no, hell no. My liver could have just kind of gradually went out and then just went all the way out and then I died and I would have been cool with that. Hey, this what you got to take what come with it. You know what I'm saying? You want to drink liquor and beer your whole life, cirrhosis come with that. It's like you want to smoke cigarettes your whole life, lung cancer come with that. Cancer come with that. So you got to take what come with it. But I ain't trying to be brain dead, bro. And I ain't trying to be retarded on my way to being brain dead because I can't stop drinking, bro. You know how many people? I mean, not a lot, but I know like 3 to 5 people that got cirrhosis, and they still drink every day, a liter. You know what I'm saying? Couple of them. Boogie Farts, he drink a liter a day. Andrew, he drink like 4 to 6 tall cans of Natty Daddies a day. Who else? Sack Boy, he got spots on his liver too. He be drunk on meth. These are different people I know. Y'all might not know, but that's 3 off the top of my head, off the bat. Let alone this girl, she was telling me about her condition. She had bad cirrhosis. I texted her on Snapchat to ask her some questions about what I was going through 2 days ago. She didn't respond. She might be dead. what I'm saying? So yeah, I could lose my liver, but I don't want to lose and then die. But I don't want to lose my brain and be alive. You know. But yeah, it's about time to get on up out of here, man. I said I was gonna do 60 minutes. I did an hour and a half. We talked about boxing for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of hungry anyways, but I ain't gonna eat until 6. You know, I'm trying to lose weight because that's gonna be better for my liver too. And I got frozen stuff right here too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, and I'm right in the sun. So and everybody going up out of here anyways. Y'all tired of listening to me? But thank y'all for coming through. Those of y'all that did come through, for the replay viewers, I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming through and watching the live. I promise I'm gonna keep this channel. I'm not gonna do nothing to lose it. You know, I thought I was gonna do nothing to lose that last one, but they found something I did 7 years ago. You know, that ain't my fault. Like I don't remember that. It is my fault, but you know, and we just gonna keep on building. But thank y'all for showing up, showing out. I appreciate it. Even if it's only like 3 or 4 people, you know. I'm Travis Gotti. Thanks for tuning in Travis Gotti Boxing. We'll talk about boxing more on other videos when we have like real boxing fans. But like, you know, what good is it to talk about boxing to non-boxing fans? Even though like boxing fans, a lot of y'all boxing fans don't really know shit about boxing. You know, you think you do, but you really don't. Well, that can be said about anybody, right? You do know about boxing, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. But most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. Like Roger Mayweather said, rest in peace to him. He lost his brain too. I think it was due to diabetes though. It was saying he'd take off walking from the MGM Grand and they couldn't find him nowhere and shit like that. You know? That was hard on Floyd when Roger was going through that. You know? But yeah, man, I wanna feel this heat. I don't want to put this coat on. It feels good out here, bro. You know, it's kind of gay. Is this gay? You know what I'm saying? Is it gay to tie your Is it gay to tie your jacket around your waist like this by the sleeves? I mean, if I do this, does this like I'm only doing this because you know I ain't have a daddy in my life? Because you know 78 Sports TV seem to think like some of the shit that I do is because I didn't have a daddy in my life, and he right. You know, uh, I ain't physically seen my dad. I ain't seen my dad in person in real life since I was 7. And then he been in prison like most of my adult life. You know, get out, come up, be out for a couple years. He's probably stay out this time. He getting old. He ready to settle down. You know, but the damage is already done. So now when I talk to him, I'm just cussing him out. He don't do nothing for me except for give me somebody to cuss out when I'm not feeling too happy. And I appreciate him for that. He really got much of a choice but to stop talking to me. But you know, he'll take my abuse because he know that he deserve it, and I appreciate him being willing to take my abuse because he's not willing to do anything else for me. So at least let me vent to you about you and about life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's so nice out here. I barely want to go home, bro. I got this food right here though. My mom gave me some fries and some little microwavable meals. You know, ain't nobody up in here though either. So I can go on the other app, but I need to take this phone home. I can't go home and switch scooters, bro. That's man, I gotta fix it. My tires on the way though, and inner tubes, and my brain is back, baby. My liver gonna get back. My body's like it's recovering, bro. So I don't really got cirrhosis. I might have a fatty liver. It might be getting worse, but like if I'm able to like sober up and then like now like my brain's functioning again how it's supposed to, like it might not. It's reversible. I can recover from whatever I was experiencing. You know what I'm saying? Just don't like. You know what I'm saying? Don't push it. I like to push it. I start feeling better than I want to do. I want to do bad. I want to do wrong. You know. But yeah, I gotta go put this stuff in the freezer and like probably if I had my other scooter up running, I'd probably just go and switch these out. I mean, it still got some juice in it. It still got probably like 60% of the battery, but you know, I'm like 3 miles away from home. So then when I get home, it's gonna be like at probably like 40% of the battery. And you can't really go too far out with that. You know what I'm saying? You can't really go too far away from the crib. Like only 40% of the battery. You never know when it's gonna die. Uh, so yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and like ride out, cause I'm Travis Gotti. Thank you for tuning in to Travis Gotti Boxing. Make sure you like and definitely subscribe. And I don't say that like lightly. Like engagement is gonna help my channel grow. YouTube got me on like a cap with how many strangers they'll allow to find my live stream. This is some new feature that they got where to protect their community. Where they said like 50, 25. It's limited to like 25 viewers or something like that outside of your subscribers that they'll allow to find your live. So like if you notice that like random people are not constantly coming in here like they used to, it's because YouTube is like, you know, they got me on that limit, and they say that limit is until you get 1,000 subscribers, until to protect their community. Like I said, and it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Travis got it. Thanks for tuning in. Travis got it. Like them.